Hello, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is your tarot and oracle reading for the week of July 10th to the 16th, 2023. First card out for you is a change in the wind. There's going to be some really big changes going on for you, Gemini, and energies are really shifting in your relationships, in your career life, in your living situation. The winds of change are here. And one way you'll notice this is any weather involving the wind, like literally the wind, a tornado, a big typhoon or hurricane, or if you just notice this week that the winds are like extra heavy, then that is your sign that there's going to be a lot changing. I always view weather very spiritually, symbolically. It's always, because weather has its own spirit and its own signs, and whenever it's especially windy out, I just like to think, what is going on in my mind, in my life right now? Because that thing is changing, okay? The wind blows seeds and pollen and, all of that good stuff around. The wind is very necessary for the well-being of the earth, and change is very necessary for your life here on earth. So this week there will be some changes in store, definitely. Also, the fact that you have card number 12 is sticking out to me because we do have day number 12 this week. So if the 10th is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week might be really significant for you for whatever this change may be. Okay, now I wanted to get a message from spirit guides this week, just to connect with your ancestors, your spirit guides, and you have breathe coming out. Beautiful artwork there, and it says this: the breath is the vital bridge between your body and soul. It is the connection between the inside and the outside, connecting you to the universe, spirit, and the divine source. The breath permeates your entire being with prana, which is the same life-giving force that nourishes everything in the universe. So whenever you're feeling stressed out, overwhelmed by all the change that's going on in your life, just breathe. Your breath keeps you grounded. It is something that is stable, hopefully, in your life, and whenever your whole reality and relationships and career and living situation is shifting all around you, when you return back to your breath, it grounds you and reminds you that you're just always here, always present, always in control of how you are perceiving reality. When you have control of your breath, you can control your entire well-being. When you're able to mindfully look at how you're breathing and say, what, I'm breathing a little shallow and fast right now, which is creating anxiety, or maybe it's from anxiety. If I just consciously chose to slow it down for a few minutes and breathe deeply, I can go from being frantic and all over the place and overthinking to feeling centered, calm, and present. Okay, your breath controls your mood, and your mood and thoughts control your reality, and you have control of your breath. So this is your reminder of that beautiful message from your guides. We also have balance coming through from the chakra, I forget the name of this deck. Okay, chakra something. Yeah, and this is the third eye chakra coming through as well. I'm seeing Libra energy here, so you might be dealing with a Libra this week, and I'm seeing restoring, because we're seeing like people who are displeased down here, restoring well-being in your connections. If you're going through any type of legal battle or dispute right now, or any situation that needs to be handled with a lot of finesse, like an argument of some sort, some type of misunderstanding, or I don't know why, this is really random and kind of dark, but I'm seeing someone watching here might actually be in a situation where they're being blackmailed, or like an ex or some creep is like harassing you. And this card, and I know this is so specific and it's only going to apply to like one of you, hopefully, but I'm seeing here you really looking into the law surrounding that and gathering up all of your energy or evidence, energy and evidence, and establishing a clear boundary, like I will take legal action, do not contact me again. And anytime that they contact you after that, I'm seeing you just screenshotting it, saving it. If you're in like a situation at work or at home or in some connection in your life where there is abuse, harassment, neglect going on, I am just seeing you very like taking control of your breath, breathing. Okay, gathering your evidence. I'm seeing you gathering your evidence and a change in the wind. I'm no longer tolerating this. I am taking professional legal action, and you will get justice served. So anyone who's dealing with any situation like that, first off, messy, so my heart goes out to you. But justice is approaching. I'm also seeing here like anyone who leaves you like negative comments if you're online, or I'm seeing here a boundary being put into place. It could be so random as well, so out of the blue. I'm also seeing for some of you this situation might be a mutual friend of yours. It doesn't feel like a close friend. It could be like a partner of someone you're close friends with, for example, or a family member saying something deeply inappropriate, and you're like, I will not tolerate this, and you're establishing a boundary in a way that doesn't like force them to change. It's like, if you want to continue spreading hate speech, I'm going to have to ask you to leave and not return to my house ever again. Like, that's a boundary, okay? You saying never do this for the rest of your life, even though that's what you want to tell them to do, that's putting a rule on someone. Having boundaries is by saying, this is my line in the sand, and if you cross this line, you will have repercussions, okay? So I'm seeing something like that coming through for you guys, and it doesn't have to be a big deal. It could just be something that you have to do at some point this week, like say you're at like a party, you're hosting a party, a gathering, and a mutual friend or like a partner of someone or a random like relative, they just start spewing off like political nonsense or some type of very conservative hate speech, you know? You pull them aside and you say, listen, we're not doing that here. I don't tolerate that type of stuff in this house. You know, this is a time to breed happiness and peace. So if you want to continue talking like that, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. You know, it's something like that. Like, you will not cross this line or else I will, you know, deal out the punishments, okay? 9 tarot cards, 3 rows of 3 to get further clarity into this week ahead. First card out is the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, this is really showing that energy that we were just picking up on. For some of you, this is in the workplace, and it's like getting in the way of you producing quality work. It's like, I don't feel comfortable having a coworker on my team who, like, I don't know, like say that you're Jewish and they're anti-Semitic, right? Like you going to HR or going to your boss, whatever, and saying, I will not work with someone who is saying stuff like this, harassing me, like blah, 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 blah. You know, it's not the most pleasant reading, I know, but I am picking up something like that. And like I said, it's going to be different for all of you. It might be a huge deal. It might not be a big deal at all. Like someone makes an off-colored comment or joke and you have to pull them aside and be like, not cool, man. Like I'm seeing something like that, which is really frustrating, but it seems to be in a group and you're not close with that person. So if this is a family function, it's like the uncle or cousin you never talk to. If this is a party with your friends, it's like a mutual friend that you're not close to. If this is a work situation, it's like not a really close coworker to you. So emotionally, it's not like you're devastated, like my partner, my best friend just did this thing, but you know, it's just like, hey man, like cool it. Like I'm seeing that. We have the 10 of Cups in reversed. Yeah, this is kind of playing off of that message as well of like, to me, Gemini, you just want to like have happiness and peace in your place of living. This could also be politics related, especially if you live in America, but honestly, like anywhere in the world where at this time there may be some policies or debates going on where it's like your freedoms are being taken away and like you're just really trying to advocate for love and equality, things like that. And so it's just kind of this mild discomfort of like, I don't feel safe to be myself when there are these bullies promoting hate speech, okay? Or I don't, even if it's not directly against you, it's still like I don't feel comfortable kind of being an ally, or like my friends who are affected by this, it's just making me uncomfortable to sit in this environment, sit in this room, hearing this stuff. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. I'm gonna have to ask you to stop doing that. Like I see you having a conversation with someone, pointing out like, not even pointing out, but like setting your own boundary. And I feel like that is what is going to get them to actually listen when you approach it from a place of, this is my line in the sand, don't cross it, as opposed to, you need to change your beliefs and this and that. Because let's be honest, no one listens when you approach it like that. Like when you say, oh, you're wrong for thinking that, they're just going to get defensive immediately, you know? So you can't change someone's mind on something. All you can do is establish your own boundaries. And I feel like that's sometimes even more powerful, because then it shows the person that their words actually do affect other people, which I feel like a lot of people just don't assume how much power their words have, and that's why so much hate and nonsense gets spread in the world. Third card out is the Two of Cups. Okay, so shifting gears, thank God. This is not like the center of your week here. It's not like, it's just one thing you might be dealing with, especially in the beginning of the week, maybe. We'll see. But Two of Cups is good because I am seeing love, Gemini. I am seeing a really great partnership here, or like best friendship. Someone who you're really excited to be getting to know more, and it feels like something that's a lot newer here. And this could be coming in after kind of leaving certain people in your life for some of you. So maybe you got into a breakup several months ago, a few months ago, and now there's this newer person coming in, and it just feels so good. It feels much more healthy than your old connection, and you're just having fun getting to know each other, going on dates, whatever. It could even be friendships as well, like you had to let some friends go, or you had to make a move or something. And I don't know, I'm just seeing a really beautiful connection coming through. We're gonna get more clarity on that when we see the card underneath that. So we're going to move on to the second row here. Fourth card out underneath the Three of Pentacles in reverse, we have the Ten of Wands reversed. Yeah, it just, something disrupts your workflow or your flow in life. It's like you have to pause your work, pause what you're doing, pause your productivity, and have this annoying like conversation, or like you have to put a part of your life on hold to correct someone's behavior. Okay, which is annoying. Some of you might be going through a custody battle, for example, and it's like, I have to call in sick, call out of work, lose money to, go to these court hearings or something like that, or like, I can't be productive doing my work, doing this project that I'm working on, because I have to sit here and talk to HR and show them all this evidence and file a police report or whatever. It just feels like a slight disruption to your productivity, and it feels slightly annoying because it's like you were in a groove here, and yeah, just slightly annoying. Or like, it could even be social, like you had a really good thing going on with your friend group or whatever, and then this one disruptive person comes in and it's just like, you're ruining a good flow here, like now I gotta like pull you aside and have this conversation, and it's just, yeah. Center of your spread is the Fool, though. It's, like I said, this issue is not a big deal when we look at your entire week. Your entire week is actually turning out to be really good. I feel you being light, free, optimistic. Like I said, you seem to be in a good flow here, and I see you being very trusting. Some of you guys might be working on being more secure in your dating life, in your relationships, and, just trusting the process, especially if you have been talking to someone new. Maybe in the past you might have gotten a little clingy or a little avoidant, and I'm seeing you right now just working to improve that, which is wonderful. Also, the Fool really represents starting something new, a new beginning, a new journey. You're really excited for it, and there's just this sense of like feeling like a lot of good things are going to be unfolding for you in the next few months. Sixth card out is the Four of Wands reversed. Okay, this new person here that some of you are talking to, or this relationship that you're enjoying, it feels like it's interesting with the Four of Wands reversed. I feel like when you're together, like the chemistry is there and the emotions are there, and this feels emotionally like someone you could possibly like spend the rest of your life with, marry. Okay, or even if this is a friend, it's like this has potential to be like a lifelong friendship. But I am again kind of seeing this like slight fear that may have came from your past, where it's like, well, I don't want to get ahead of myself just yet. And so again, it comes back to like having healthy boundaries, and which is why I see the Fool here, like carrying your baggage lightly and saying, you know what, I don't know where this is going to go in the future. I do know that I'm enjoying it right now, and I don't need to get caught up in this thought of like, well, where is this going? What are we doing here? It's just like, I'm just enjoying it for what it is. Emotionally, lusty, hormonally, it feels really great. But, I'm not going to grill this person right now about like, longevity, I guess. That's what I'm seeing. Third and final row, seventh card out, we have Justice in reverse. Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, guys, look at that. Look at the similarities. We have the Scales of Justice coming out twice in your reading. And this is in that row that we were talking about of like work disruption or disruption in your flow, like your social life, because someone just says or does something that is just not okay, not okay. Like they make a remark where it's like, I have to stop what I'm doing and correct what you just said here and like lay down the law, because I refuse to be listening to your, like, it feels like either like homophobia, racism, sexism, transphobia, xenophobia, anti-Semitism, anything along those lines, essentially. It's like it catches you off guard and you're like, I just see this vision of you like working, and it doesn't have to be like your actual work. It could be like, you know, social life, like just working, do, and then someone like says something and you hear it like out of your ear and you're just like, and you remove your glasses and you're like, we need to talk about what you just said. Like, that's what this feels like here. It's like someone trying to get away with something, like, it has to do with your environment. Like, you're mad because it's like, I don't want to create an environment where you think it's okay to be making these remarks, where you think it's okay to be treating people like this. So it's like you have to pause what you're doing and kind of like make this person know what you're saying, what you're doing will not be tolerated here. Definitely, if this is involving legal stuff or the court system or harassment of any sort, look up the laws. Like, just take a day. It doesn't even have to be a full day. It could be like an hour of just looking into what you need to do here. Like, if someone's harassing you, for example, look up harassment laws, my state, whatever. Talk to a lawyer if you have the money to do that. But like, legitimately gather up all the evidence and say to this person, like, if it's really bad, like, do not speak to me again, do not talk to me again, and gather up all the evidence of them continuously harassing you, because you can use that in most places to file a restraining order or to, I don't know, like, I feel like you could be taking more action here, Gemini. Take more action. Okay, because don't let this person think that they can get away with whatever it is that they're doing. That's what I want to say. 8th card out for you is the 9 of Cups in reversed. I just have this feeling that you're becoming a little bit more free, a little bit more independent. It's a work in progress that I feel like we'll be building for Geminis over the next 3 months, it feels like. So that is really fun, really exciting. And yeah, like, my mind keeps coming back to like addressing this person that's making you uncomfortable, addressing this situation that's making you uncomfortable head on, while also still having this light, breezy attitude here and still remaining positive. There's so many other positive things going on in your life. I mean, your love life looks really good. Friendship life looks really good. To me, it feels like you've let go of something that was making you uncomfortable, or could have had a breakup, friendship, separation, whatever. And you're trying to focus on the positive, the bright side, the newer friendships or connections, like rekindling that energy. And it's like, I finally gotten into this nice flow where I'm growing those things, focusing on those things, and then someone just makes an off-colored remark. I don't know. 9th card out is Judgment in reversed. Okay. One thing I am seeing here. Okay. Whenever I see the Judgment card in reversed, to me it represents a bad decision being made. So I would warn you this week against, like, adding fuel to the fire, all right? Like, for example, if you tell someone, stop talking to me, do not message me again, and they're harassing you, and then you tell them after they're harassing you to go F themselves, you just completely undid all the evidence that you were gathering because you said, don't talk to me anymore. Everything after that is, like, legally, I think, considered, I'm not a lawyer, guys, don't sue me, considered harassment. And then when you continue talking to them, it's like you just undid everything. Or, like, if you get a restraining order against someone and then you go to them, like, all of the evidence you gathered is now, like, you undid it. You know what I mean? So I am seeing, don't do something like that. Don't go back to an abuser if any of you are in that situation. Really have strong boundaries this week for sure. Yeah, that's what I want to say here. Also, if there's anyone or anything from your past that was just not good, toxic, or this, what we're talking about, reminds you of them, this is your reminder not to communicate to them, okay? I'm also seeing something here of, like, someone or something from your past, and this might have been someone who saw something really long-term with you, okay, or they've promised like marriage or like moving in, or they really wanted that, maybe trying to kind of slip back in. Because here's the thing, guys, and this happens all the time, I swear, the second you start glowing, thriving, succeeding, it's like these ghosts from the past kind of come up, and you know, they're trying to slip back in, like, I never stopped thinking about you, oh, like, you're the best thing that ever happened to me, take me back, blah blah blah. Or like, you know, just random stuff comes up. And don't let the dramas of success, we'll call it, get you off of your good momentum that you're building, okay? Take YouTube, for example. When you're a really small channel, like 99.9% of the comments are so positive and uplifting and beautiful, but the more your channel grows, you know, people feel more comfortable leaving really awful remarks. The more success that you develop, it's like it balances out. You become more legitimate to people and, you know, less crazy. But on the flip side, you also get a lot more drama and like negative comments that you have to deal with. And if you sit here and overanalyze and dwell negatively in this energy that comes with success, it can really just throw that momentum off, okay? So, you know, sometimes when really beautiful things are about to happen in our life, we have loss, we have grief, we have drama, okay? Don't get so caught up in that stuff, because that is usually a prelude to something beautiful, okay? So emotionally, keep your focus on this beautiful love, on this new start, on this optimism you've been feeling, you know, feeling like you're on a good groove here. Keep focusing on that. You know, you can address the issues separately with a kind of detached sense of emotions, like kind of a coldness, like, this is my boundary, do not cross it, okay? And keep your emotional focus on this good stuff here. That's what I want to say. Okay, thank you guys for joining me. Watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus to get the fullest overview of this week ahead. And subscribe to the channel if you've not already. Like this video, comment your thoughts and feelings down below. How did this resonate with you? If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.